What's up, everybody? This is Nick from Meridian Underground Music, and today we are here celebrating our 26th annual Halloween show. We have some very special guests with us tonight. They came all the way from the faraway lands of right down the street that way. So, without further ado, let's get some introductions out of y'all. So, we're gonna start with something simple. What's y'all's name and what instrument do y'all play?
I'm Chuck, and I play the bass.
I'm Spacey. I play guitar and sing.
I'm Josh. I beat on stuff.
Awesome. So, what does y'all's group go by?
Sneaky Tree.
And how did you come up with that?
It's something before I was even.
There was a band called Sneaky Tree back in the 70s, late, or it was in the 80s. And it was before I was part of the original Sneaky Tree. But there was an original Sneaky Tree before that, and they played around here in Meridian. And they're a unique band. The drummer got in a car wreck and died. So they actually disbanded then. And they were fantastic musicians. The second incarnation that I was part of was myself, my brother, Robert Henry, and Reggie Thomas, guitar player, and Darren Cummins, bass player, and I was a singer. So we were searching around for a name band. He was kin to the drummer that died, and he said, well, let's name it after that band. It's something that fit us. Two of us are Native Americans, and my brother and myself, and most of the music that I've written over the years has a lot to do with Native American mythology. So it fit, and we got the blessing from the original members, and for 7 years. Reggie played with us for like 3 years, and then he quit the band, and then I played guitar and sang, and my brother Robert Henry and Darren Cummings, we went on the road for 7 years, recorded several EPs, and we began to record a full-length record with Aubrey Fulton here in Meridian, Mississippi. And we just wore out, man. We got tired. I mean, there was no internet, no cell phones, just a van and some, musical equipment and a drive to do it. So I went down to New Orleans, became a tattoo artist. I mean, I was already a tattoo artist. I tattooed down there, lived in French Quarter, and I ended up having a kid, and I decided I was going to push away music for a while. When he became 12, I decided it was time to play again, so I put Sneaky Tree back together. It's the only band I'll ever be in. And so for another about 5 or 6 years, my brother joined, and we had a couple other musicians play with us, and I didn't like how it was going. So I parted ways with him. I kept the name and started writing new music, and Chuck came along. I've been through a bunch of different players, and I've known Chuck all his life. Felt like, Chuck would be a good person. I mean, we click a lot. I'm like 8 foot tall. He's not, but we really click when we play. And Josh came along because they've been playing all their life, and Josh came in. I was trying out a bunch of drummers for a gig we played in North Carolina. We headlined it years ago. Excuse me, I have a mouth injury, so fighting, man, you know how it goes. I beat myself up this song. Anyway, we don't play a lot of shows. When we do play, we play pretty big shows, man. The show's usually about 3,500 people. It's a big concert. So we limped through it with the drummer. We found Jackson, really excellent guy. We liked him a lot. But Josh came and played with us, and we liked Josh, man. So we called him up and said, hey, dude, you want to play? He's like, yeah. So here he is standing now. We got some exciting news about Sneaky Tree. We're going to be going in the studio to finish the soundtrack for a movie called John Netto, American Spirit Walk. It's going to be on most likely Amazon Prime. It's a major movie documentary. I had the privilege of acting in the movie and playing John Nieto, and then I got to write the soundtrack, and I co-wrote it, some of it with Reggie Thomas, and So we're going to go and finish that in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, with producer Charles Holloman. He's an amazing producer. He's worked with the Mummy Cats. Mummy Cats played here. Mummy Cats are a really excellent band, and they're great friends of mine. But they turned me on Charles, so we're going to finish that, and that's going to be out, major release. But that's basically it, man. We play hard rock music, a little electronic pushed in there. There's some sampling and stuff that'll be on the new stuff, and but really when we play like we played in North Carolina, we play organically like we're going to play here tonight. I'm really grateful myself to be here because Wayne Williams is one of my longest friends in life, and to play here it's an honor. We'll be limping along because I about cut my tongue off today, part of it, and Chuck's going to be singing, and I'll probably kick in there, but we're just here to have fun, and we're really happy to be here.
Yeah, man, I love to hear it. So y'all have been, Sneaky Tree's been a thing for a while now.
Yeah, we've been a band since 1992, 93, yeah.
Older than me.
All original music. Songwriting to me is very important. Sometimes a song's only taking me 30 minutes, but then the process of getting it recorded and all that gets through a lot more, you know. Some of these songs are older, you know, than these guys, you know, but they sound just like they did when they first came out, you know.
Got you. So would you say that you're the creative head behind us, or do you guys all kind of conjoin together and get together and write stuff?
I write the concepts and I put it together, yes, but also I like to hear. I'll tell them what I want, but I allow them to put what they think that it should sound like too. Because these guys have spent their lives perfecting their craft. I don't want a robot. I've had robots play with me, man. I need to do this. I want this. I want people to put their part in it. I want you to tell you what it's like. But I want you to put a part so you're excited to be there. You're exciting, make it exciting. You know, music should be exciting. You know, and in my age, I'm 53. I don't feel like that. I feel like I've always been alive, but I never feel like I'm a certain number, you know. But music makes me feel electric. And when that music comes through me, especially when we play live, and that's why me and this guy work so good together, because, and a lot of people do, when the music gets in you, and I got chill bumps talking about it, it's like people that go to a church and they're throwing snakes on the ground, and they're like, oh, you know, speaking in tongues. I don't know, it's just that big electrifying feeling, man, that people get. When you're in that moment, nothing matters, man. Nothing matters. World hunger, starving kids in Japan, nothing matters. What matters is that you're one with the Creator, and you feel, you know, that through this electricity, man. You know, when you go to a big show and you know people in the mosh pit and all that, some guys are really a joke, but a lot of them, they really feel it, man. They'll never get that wild, crazy warrior feeling at school because they get the crap beat out of them. But they're respected, you know. Music is a great equalizer. But that's what Sneaky Tree's about for me, and I want to play with guys like that, no matter how old they are. I don't care.
Gotcha. I actually really like the way you put that. Music makes me feel electric. That's a great way to put it.
Thanks.
So, how long has this current rendition of the band been together?
30 minutes.
30 minutes. All right.
We've played twice together, 3 times, right? Yeah, 3 times. They grew up together, so there's already an extension between us, because, you know.
They were playing music for a little bit, and you know, I've personally known since I was 18. Started tattooing under him. I always wanted to play music with him, and last year he finally come to me and, you know, asked me to play bass, and I jumped right on it and, you know, kind of took to it and been the same ever since. And I've been playing music with Josh since we was in high school. We played a talent show together and everything, and come first place. And I'd been playing for a few months, and he'd been playing for a little while. That's pretty much to the extent of all of it.
These guys are multi-instrumentalists too. I mean, how many instruments do you play?
Guitar, drums, a little bit of vocals,
I mean, it's about the same thing.
a little bit of saxophone.
The saxophone.
I love the saxophone.
My wife told me to put the saxophone up.
Mine didn't get the memo until after the fourth kid.
What I like about playing with multi-instrumentalists is that they have a deep understanding of what I'm doing on my guitar, and they can relate that to the instrument they're actually playing on. So I'm excited about what we're going to do. We're going to be playing. We're going to be practicing every week together, and we're rehearsing.
So is this going to be like the new kind of permanent group for Sneaky Tree?
For now, yeah.
Awesome. So are you guys all from Meridian?
I'm born and raised. Yep.
Born and raised.
I'm from New Orleans, but I've lived all over the place.
What would y'all say y'all's opinion on the city of Meridian is?
Oh man. Well, I guess it is what you make of it. That's all I can really say on it.
It's an up and coming new leaf to turn over.
I've been here for a while and still haven't grasped what it is, but I've stayed here because I came up here by accident. I got a job offer when I was 19 to work at PV Electronics, and when I got up there, I had a green mohawk, army pants. It was 1989, and they kicked me out of the building. I was going to be in the ad department. So I was living at the Salvation Army, and I was sitting outside while the bums that were staying there were smoking. And I hear this heavy metal band playing a couple houses down. So I went around looking for it. And when I went there, I saw this Native American guy that looked like me, except he had long hair. I said, "Hey, man, are these guys in there jamming?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Hey, man, what kind of Indian are you?" And he looked at me and said, "What kind of Indian are you?" And I told him how I come up here and I'm stuck. He said, "Well, just come back to the reservation with us and you can live with us, man, until you figure out what you're going to do." So I went back to the Starvation Army. I got my stuff and I jumped in the car and went live on the reservation. I fell in love with it. So I said, I think I'm going to stick around in Mississippi for a little while. Seems interesting. And that's how I stayed here all this time. The whole tattoo connection was, I wanted to play music so bad, but I wasn't willing to sell my soul for that. That's a real thing, man. It is a real thing, trust me. I've got world famous friends. I've seen behind the scenes, and it's a real thing, but I've never been willing to do that. You know what I mean? And if you're not willing to do that, you have a hard way to go. So I just stuck to my guns, and I was like, what can I do myself, though, with a God-given talent or the creator-given talent that can make money? I can buy guitars, and I can buy food. I can keep us on the road, man, without working in any place or maybe cut my hair or any of that bullshit. And my brother said, "Why don't you do tattoos, man?" And I was like, "Man, I don't want to do no tattoos." He said, "Well, you can buy a Marshall guitar amp with it." I was like, "Okay, let's do some tattoos."
Pretty good trade-off.
Yeah, so I started doing. I didn't have no money to buy equipment, so I went and signed up for college. And as soon as I got my Pell Grant money, I bought me a tattoo setup, and I quit. I was making A's and B's for the first time in my life, so I quit while I was ahead. So the tattoo journey started there, and I stuck with it, man, and it's helped me to get where I'm at today. Growing up, I grew up in church, so tattoos are generally viewed as a no-no in church-type situations, but I really believe that the Creator wanted me to be a tattoo artist because of the people I've touched in my life, but it's allowed me to play music. And I've got a wonderful family. I got good friends. So very intertwined, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's
That's why I'm here in Mississippi.
That's all you can ask for, really.
Yeah.
we are running a little short on time, but you had previously said that you and Mr. Wayne go way back, which, side note, it is Mr. Wayne's birthday party as well as our Halloween celebration, so happy birthday, Mr. Wayne. So, this is his store. Mom, what do you think of it?
I started my tattoo shop in '93, and Wayne and us, we were all friends and rivals back then. And Wayne had a magazine. Of course, Sneaky Tree was a band, and Wayne was a great photographer back then, man. He was employed by, local newspaper, and he did his own magazine. And his magazine really got a lot of notoriety back then. It was a DIY thing, do it yourself, Like I said, we didn't have, the things that young people have today, the ability to talk to someone in France or China at the same time. You really had to get out there and it's like the old West, man. You had to really go out there and do it. And Wayne did that. He did what he could do, and he even dabbled in TV for a little bit there until he got bored with it. And we both had our businesses. I was under him on this building called Lamar. It was a Lamar building on the corner, and Wayne had his place right above us. And it was just like this in a way. It was like young people everywhere, but we were the young people too. So the cops would always messing with us, and we keep the door locked, man. Have these crazy parties, man. And it's always music and all that. Wayne has entered the building, and then us Sneaky Tree guys were on the other side, and then right next to Wayne was Jason Cooper. He had an art studio there. And man, it was such a creative, crazy time back then. I see that what Wayne did. He really dedicated himself to young people, and he's sincere about it. His wife, they're sincere about it. I mean, and it's been a great thing. Can you imagine if there wasn't a place like this right now?
Could not, and my paycheck would be gone completely.
Yeah, but I can't imagine it. I can't imagine. You can't imagine. Look at the cities that are around here. Nothing to do for young people. Nothing, man. That you can be yourself.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. So I think it's amazing, and it's been awesome to watch it all these years. And I count him as one of my best friends, and really, like I said, we're real happy to be here. We played here one time, right? Only time I ever played here. We played here last year outside with Lack Lee. And Joseph played drums with us. It was fun, real fun. I've come to the shows and all that, but we're going to be limping tonight because, like I said, I cut my tongue. But we'll look forward to it.
Look forward to seeing y'all play.
Me too.
So before we wrap all this up, do you guys have any last things you want to say to us? Any kind of social medias you want to get out there where people can find you, maybe on Spotify, things like that?
You want to follow? All right, so I do give away all my music for free. The songwriting stuff and all that, you can get on, I do SoundCloud, look up Sneaky Tree. You can hear demos of the new music that's coming out. The movie soundtrack music, all that's on there. And I don't worry about people stealing anything from me, man. The Creator gave me this. I'm cool with people stealing shit from me, man, because a piece of that music that came out of me, they can have it, So get on SoundCloud, follow me on Facebook, Billy Spacey Lines or Sneaky Tree. But we haven't put a whole lot of. I do stuff on there. There's not a lot of followers on there, but yeah, follow me, man, and you can see what we're going to do. But when this movie does hit, it'll be on a national, international level with Amazon Prime, and you'll be able to see it there too.
I'm glad to hear y'all got big things coming up. It's great to see. Well, I'm excited to see you guys play tonight. You have been awesome guests on the show so far. Well, so far, it's ending now, but thank you guys for coming out.
Thank you. Appreciate it.